Hey y'all, back with another video on Sunkissed Diaries. It's your girl Bria Chanel. And so by the title you can already tell that I am going to be telling y'all about Mexico and all the craziness that happened. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this video because it's been a minute since I posted. Just having some little technical, because I'm not super technical on editing, but I am trying to get better so that I can post more. But yeah, I'm gonna drop this one first, and then I'll drop part 2 of Mexico Cancun. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so
gotta turn to the side.
No, might not, cause it's just, what is that back there?
What?
Okay, never mind. All right, anyways, so let's start from the beginning. I'm bringing my sister into this only because, of course, she went with me. And I might miss some stuff. So, anyways, I don't know why she wearing.
Are you
she wearing gray.
Oh, we thought
So
it
it's
was
looking
black.
like it's looking like we got 2 different on blacks on. But anyways, and no, my hair is not done. Just get into the hat. You feel me? Just get into it. All right, but anyways, so we'll just get into it.
From the beginning. All right. Then we can start at the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the night before, we was like packing up, making sure we had everything. We were ready, and then her sister called.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, she not going, and it was like, what's going on? Why
And
you
the reason we were even going is because it was my sister's daughter's, her oldest daughter's, like 21st birthday. So we were like, oh yeah, we want to go, and
Right.
then boom, you know, we planned it for months, and then like she said, the night before,
I guess she was saying that she was overwhelmed, so it was like, oh, it's okay, you know, you already done paid for it, we had to pay
Right.
for everything.
Activities.
So it's like,
Flights.
you know, just don't worry about what's going on
Right,
with
we
everybody
going.
that was supposed to be going and they wasn't paying or whatever.
Right, because there's no way we could have checked in without her. Her
Right.
name was on the entire booking. Her name was on the entire like thing for activities. So it's like, if you don't go, we can't go, you know?
Right.
And so,
That what happened.
you know, we basically was like, no, we're going. Like, we paid
Right.
too much money. We've paid $300 something for flight and almost like $200 worth of activities and stuff. Like, we going, no ma'am. And we bought all these clothes. Oh no, we going. And so
then we was under the impression kind of we wasn't really going.
yeah, we were between the fence. You know?
So we go to bed
Mm-hmm.
and all that. Then
Still got them alarms set for, what was it, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock
oh
in the
yeah, you
morning?
did have them
To get up just in case, because with my sisters, and I love them dearly, they probably will see this video one of these days, because I'm going to be going to the top one of these days, and so they're going to try to go back and watch. But anyways, my sister, she is one that will change her mind like that, and then it just like, oh my gosh, like what, you know what I'm saying? So we didn't know, so but we were just still prepared just in case. And so anyways, like I said, we got out, we had our alarm set. My alarm hadn't went off just yet, but my phone rang. And I want to say it was probably like 5:30, almost 6 o'clock maybe, when she called me. And I was like, maybe I called her. And I was like, hey, y'all still going? We still going? And she was like, girl, we already at the airport.
But
Right.
the reason they was already at the airport is because they was taking a whole different flight.
Airline, period.
Yeah,
we were taking JetBlue. They were taking Spirit. And so they had to do extra stops and stuff, and we wasn't into all of that. We wanted to get there, get back home type thing. So yes, we took a different airline, and we didn't have to be there when they had to be there. So we rushing in the house like
because it's last minute, right? Because we was like under the pressure we wasn't going, so
Right.
it was just like, okay, we going. So we getting our stuff and
last minute little things.
We
little
had
small.
one big bag that we were sharing with our clothes,
Right,
and
right.
our parents were saying it was too heavy, and we was just like freaking out.
Because you know, when you listen, anybody that travel, you know that if that bag too heavy, you already know what's up when you get to the airport.
Right.
And so, anyways, so we get,
Then we had ended up leaving.
Mhm.
We was running late, y'all, because our
It's
flight
raining.
took off. What
It's
time our
raining.
flight was taking off? At 8:04.
right.
We left the house like 6:20.
Yeah.
Maybe
Something like that.
6:15.
Yeah,
something
like that, yeah.
something close.
Mhm.
So then we had
We get there,
right.
and the people.
What happened after that? Oh, go ahead. I'm
Then
sorry.
the people, when we get there, we get in the line, you know, to get our bag checked and weighed and all this blah blah blah. And so this man, he was just like, oh yeah, it's too late for JetBlue. We're done with the bags. They're closing the doors and stuff like that.
Very snobby.
Very. I mean, he wasn't helpful at all. Like it was like, dang, like really. And so we kind of got scared, and we were like,
I ain't gonna lie.
We was there. We was like on the verge about to cry. Didn't cry, but we were on the verge about to cry.
I might have cried a little bit.
And so
I had a tear coming down.
Right, and so like I guess this lady. So we walked away, and I'm on the phone with my dad. I don't know what she doing, cause I guess she walked back up there or whatever.
Yeah, I think I did stay up there.
So like I'm on the phone with my dad, and I'm just like, Daddy, like,
cause he was saying he can Well, remember then you came back up to answer him, could he switch our tickets to a different airline?
Because I think you could transfer credit or whatever they call it to do another airline. And because he was saying, basically, this is what he said. He said Cancun is not flying out. No airline is flying out for Cancun today. Like, this is the only one, and you've already missed it, basically, is what he said. And so that's why we kind of got like, oh, dang, like, sad and real hurt about it.
Had to pay all that money, thought I was gonna miss the flight.
And so I called my daddy, and I was just like, hey, you gonna have to come and get us, because they say it's too late for us to get on the plane.
We have to go back home.
Mm-hmm. And we was gonna probably catch something the next day.
Right.
And so, like I said, I don't
with
know
the
what
grace
she
of
doing.
God.
Right. I don't know what she over there doing, but I guess this lady, seen us and was like, maybe she, she said the grace of God.
Yeah.
And she was like, hey, anybody else for Cancun? And then my sister was like, Bree, come on, this lady's trying to help us. We get over there to the counter and stuff. She wearing our bags. Child.
Had to pay that extra.
Girl, and did. Cause listen, this fool here shows me a video. We're gonna insert the video too.
Which video?
The video of when you showed me the TikTok about the water.
Oh yeah.
So she shows me a video on TikTok about the water in Mexico. Like, don't eat ice, don't drink the water. That's like, girl, I'm already like a germaphobe, and I freak out about like stuff like that. Like, so I just was in panic mode, and she'll insert the video in the little clip or whatever. But anyways, where was I? That's not funny.
Yes, it is.
It's gonna hurt right out the country or gone.
Sis.
That's not funny. On my stomach. Right up the time about you talking about it's only in Tulum. That's not just in Tulum, bro. They talking about Cancun. It's in Mexico. Mexico is Mexico. Mexico been off my list, and now it's confirmed. These comments gonna eat me alive. I gotta go boo boo. I'm serious. I gotta go boo boo. I always use bottled water when visiting a foreign country. You're not used to the water in their environment. It's not like American tap water. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna be a complete fast.
Sis, with the water, all you gotta do is take bottle of water. That's all they're saying.
Take our own bottle of water?
Yes, and we'll do that.
Because I can't breathe. I ain't eating nothing over there, bro. As y'all can see, I'm freaking out or whatever. And, where were we? Okay, so then she's weighing our bags. Like she said, we had to pay the extra $150 because our bag was maybe like 60 pounds or whatever. And we knew that thing was heavy too, because my daddy, he was like, well, let me, the night before or the morning and he trying to put it in the trunk. He like, ooh, yeah, y'all, this is overweight. And we didn't care because we was bringing our water. Reason I said, about the ice, don't drink the ice, don't drink the water. Because we went to the store and got us some Zephyr Hills and was not playing with Mexico. We took them with us and we were drinking, our water.
Yeah.
So we didn't get sick. But anyway, so y'all, her card ain't working. I think
it was their machine. It wasn't the card.
Right.
But they double charged me, and I ain't appreciate all that.
Dispute.
But anyways, we had paid that or whatever, and the lady's like, y'all have to run.
Right.
So we run like home alone.
Right. Home alone. Literally was running, like, run. Yeah, we were
Rudolph.
Right, we were gone. Like, and what time we had to get on the little train to take us over to the thing.
Right.
And then get in the line to check our carry-on bag. Like, and what time they said.
So, when we got to the carry-on part, it was like 7:30. Mm-hmm. Mind you, the flight was closing doors at 8:04.
or 7:49.
Oh, 7:49. And
so we had
was
literally
taken off at
10 minutes to
sorry.
get through this line. And the whole time I'm just praying, Lord, please let's get through
I'm freaking out.
And I'm just praying. I'm trying not to freak out and not let her energy rub off on me. But I'm praying. So we finally get through there. When we get over there, we still can't get on the doggone plane because
they ain't even call it our road.
Because they go row by row or whatever. So we like, really? We over here about to have a freaking heart attack. Bubba guts.
Oh, yeah.
And the plane, our people ain't even finished boarding yet.
At all.
So
we get on the plane. My stomach still hurting because I'm nervous. I'm like, Lord, we made it by the grace of a temple.
Right.
God only did.
They said they have a mustard seed faith, and that's what we had. That's all we needed.
But we made it on the flight or whatever, and we was letting her sister and them know, we got on the flight, we was on our way. They had to do their stop. They was already doing their stop. They was on the next plane. Right. Okay, we get to Mexico. Right. You had if you've been to Mexico, you have to do the what's it called? The international security check. I don't really know what it's called. So we get out the plane. We have to do that where they stamp your passports and stuff like that. Okay, we get through that. Then we're waiting on our bags. Then so since they took a different airline, we had to wait on them to get off the flight. Right. We got our
money. Yeah. We exchanged our money. Right. We still waiting on them or whatever, and
it's over an hour.
Right. Finally, on them. I think my niece finally had called, or maybe my sister. And she was like, well, where y'all at? And I'm just like trying to explain where we are because we didn't know, that there were different little terminals or whatever where your plane will pull in. Right. So they, like I said, they flew Spirit, we flew JetBlue, and ours stopped us at a different terminal. We were at like terminal 3?
No, we was at 1. They was at 3.
Right. And so
we just walking around looking for them.
I'm like, you don't see such and such, you know what I'm saying? And she just like, no, like we over here by such and such. And I'm like, what? And so we ended up finding out that we weren't at the same one. So the guy was saying it would take us 30 minutes for the bus to come and get us. I'm like, really?
Or we could take a taxi over there and get there 10 minutes. Yeah. And I'm like, that didn't add up. Right. Oh. But we just went ahead and did the taxi. Right. And we went ahead and met them over there. We got over there.
Still couldn't find them.
Right. We kept having to ask people like, where is this at? Like they were showing us like their surrounding, and we was like, okay.
We don't
then
see
like
that.
The people was helping us a little bit. So then finally we meet them. Y'all, that was too much. Early in the morning.
It was too early.
It wasn't even 10 o'clock yet.
No, it wasn't even 9 o'clock yet. Good. Was it?
No, I think it was. I think we had got
it wasn't even 10 o'clock. We're going to go with her.
So then we get on the little taxi to our hotel. Our hotel was an hour
40 minutes away
from the airport.
It was deep in there. But when I tell you it was so freaking beautiful, that was the first one that we went to.
The story doesn't end there.
Right.
So then we get to the hour and 45 whatever minutes it took. But we get to the hotel. Hotel nice. Beautiful. Security on guard.
Right.
So
they spraying us down, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, oh, yeah, it's nice and clean.
So then when we get there, the people take our bags, spray us like she said.
No. They asked us too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Then they had was like, oh, how many in the room? And it was like, 5 of us. And then we get in there and
because when we looked.
Well, what did they say after that? After we said, it's 5 of them, they let us in.
Because what happened was, I'm gonna backtrack just a smidge. But what happened was when we was looking at it, had plans, we planning on it and stuff. We were all looking at it, and my sister was screenshotting it too, and was showing, that 4 people could go in this room. And so, she originally had about 5 of us coming. A person had done decided they weren't going. They were, lying to us saying that they were gonna go. So we had to we didn't want to have to spend more money because this person wasn't coming. And so she ended up bumping our room down. We were gonna do 2 rooms. She bumped our room down to 1 room, and it still said 4 people could go in this room. What is it gonna hurt that, we actually have 5? You know what I'm saying? Because another person could get like a pull away bed or whatever you want to call it. So we end up with this 1 room, and when we get there or whatever, the men are asking us like, okay, how many people? Wait, all of you in 1 room or 2 rooms? Like, and we just like,
wait, you forgot about the picture part.
Girl, I ain't got to that yet. We still outside.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, so the man asking us, he got our bags and he sanitizing our bags and he just like trying to get, I guess, take our bags to our rooms. And we just like, yeah, we're one room or whatever. We kind of was trying to hesitant about saying it because it said 4 people, but we had 5. And so we go in, you know, they got us cool towels, honey. When I tell you this was top of the line. And so they giving us drinks and we going in. Honey, when we get to the, before we get to the check-in part at the desk with the people, they got us, honey, like we about to get checked for the presidency, you know, like we gonna go see Joe Biden, you know.
Right.
And so there's like little spots in the floor where you line up with
like,
your,
you in line.
Yeah.
They got the floor.
Like we about to play, what's that game? The show. The show where people getting killed. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments down below if y'all saw that, you know. And so anyways, I'm feeling like we on Squid Games at this moment. So I'm a little nervous. Like, what are we doing? I was scared too. Like, right. Like, Lord. I've never had to take a picture for a hotel. I didn't know this was that serious. I mean, y'all must be got some real bougie stuff in this room because y'all don't want us to be taking it. We not thieves. But anyways, so there's spots in the floor where we stand and they wanted us to take a picture. We were taking the pictures and we just like, by the second, it was getting more weird. So we just like, oh, they're real serious about them 4 people in that one room. But when we get to the counter,
the man was basically saying the room that she had booked was for
2 people.
Which he was saying it was like a couple room. Mm-hmm. And we was like, no, when we looked at it and she was taking out the ones we didn't need, mm-hmm. we was like making sure we had the one where it said 4.
Right.
So then we was just going to assume we could get a pull-out bag because I was calling and asking all these questions. And he was like, I don't know who you talked to, right. But we don't have
They weren't hearing it. No matter what was said, they were not hearing it. They were not allowing us in their place with those 5 people for one room.
He was like, we don't even have a roll-out beds. He had like a little snobby attitude. I guess he was irritated. And I was like, I don't know. Or he was just mad because we were trying to come in there and change their rules or whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
And we weren't. I mean, we just booked what we saw online. Had we known that it was for 2 people, we wouldn't have even done it. Because what we booked was like this thing that was like 2 stories. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like a bed down. View where you can down below. And I'm pretty sure it was like a bed up at the top or whatever. Anyways, and then they were saying that it was one part of the thing for like couples and then one part for families. And hold on, y'all hold that thought.
Right.
Anyways, y'all. Sorry, my sister had a baby. So,
no, I did not. Played. But anyways, sorry about the baby. So
I am working at the same time. You feel me? Like I care for children, so it's supposed to be his nap time. Look, about to spit up. Anyways, I hope his parents don't mind he be on my video because this was not a part of the script.
Looking at you.
Right. Bow.
Okay, so back to what we were saying. So the man like, y'all ain't coming in. Period.
Right. Yeah, it was booked up. Period.
Yeah. Even if we want to do a family side, there was like it's nothing left for you. Mm-hmm. So then we're
homeless at this point.
Right. In Mexico. So we goes, everybody on their phone looking for another hotel. We don't care where it's at, what it look like. Well, we do care what it look like. But anyways,
that was my fear. That was my fear for us to be like basically stranded.
Yeah.
Not in our country, first of all. And then we were going to be in something disgusting because it was so last minute. Yeah. You know, we had to do something like immediately right then. And so I was just like, my stomach was just, I had to go over there and eat, you know?
You was eating chips.
Tater chips. I was seeing them tater chips up, honey. Mm-hmm. And so, and they little drink that they gave us because you thought we was going to give it back.
Right. So then they ended up finding a hotel that was literally right down the road.
The next hotel.
Right.
Like literally 2 minutes
we get back in the taxi. We like go down the road. We get down the road. They like the same kind of security wise, but not as much as how many in the room as soon as you get out the car. Mm-hmm. So we get in there, we check in. Y'all, we had to pay an extra $200 for the hotel.
But listen, when I tell you it was worth it though, there's no telling how much more we would have had to pay for the one that we left.
Yeah,
because it was so bougie.
Right.
The thing literally had a jacuzzi on the balcony. You know, dang. Anyway, so yeah, can they even see Zany? No.
Oh.
That's good. Y'all want to see him? Y'all want to see? If I show him, y'all gotta hit the thumbs up. No, ma'am. We do not show kids for free. No, we do not.
Zany.
You want to see them, Zany? Show the people. Show the people. Down some right here. Right now. This is Zanicus. His name is not really Zanicus. It's Zane. My youngest that I care for, y'all. But anyways, if y'all hear a little that's it. But anyway, so yeah, we, like she said, we had to pay the extra $200 a piece to stay at this place and for us to get our own rooms. That's what me and her wanted from the beginning. Like, we definitely wanted to be in our own space and you know, enjoy our sister time and just have some fun and be
fast forward,
right,
past paying for the room extra $200 per person.
Mm-hmm.
So then what happened? Oh, so then they gave us the wristbands because we was at all exclusive.
All inclusive.
All exclusive. Mm-hmm. That's why we had to end up paying extra $200 anyways too, because we wanted everybody to eat.
Right, as much as we want. Yeah, that one was. It was. Listen, that thing was so pretty. We under the impression, like I said, that we was gonna get something raggedy, dirty.
Disgusting. Yeah, it was just as pretty as the first.
Oh my goodness, that thing was beautiful. When I tell you, I would recommend it. Food, I'm not on Mexican type food for me.
It's because we was in Cancun, and I had a friend tell me that because we were in Cancun, it's a tourist.
So I was so hungry the whole time.
Place. It was more like American Mexican. It wasn't like true Mexican.
We'll talk about the food now that we're talking about it. So the hamburger tasted like Salisbury steak meat. No.
Oh my god.
No. We will. If y'all need hamburger meat from the U.S., we will ship that mug to you. You hear what I'm saying? Because that was not it. Salisbury steak meat for burgers. The French fries was the only thing that kind of helped me over, but they still tasted like tortilla shells. Maybe because he was frying the shells in the same piece.
Oh my god.
Or something. But it definitely tasted like tortilla. Ketchup. Everything was just like low fat over there to me. Like that's why we so chunky in America.
You could tell they don't use a lot of salt, Pepsi, a lot of sugar.
Yeah, the salt didn't taste like salt. It wasn't a heavy salt.
Right.
The Pepsi did not taste like Pepsi. It probably was Diet Pepsi. I mean,
America need to do bottle.
They had way less sugar. No, I'll take the sugar.
But so after we checked in or whatever,
pizza was nasty. Sorry. I was starving. Every time I left, I'm sorry, I have to stress the food. Every time I left Catalonia food place in there, I was still hungry. I still had that hunger pain. I don't know what helped me. I think I'm telling you, it was the French fries, the tortilla fries.
They was all right though.
The steak was good though.
Oh yeah, we'll tell y'all about that in a minute.
Yeah, okay.
So then, okay, there was like, because we had scheduled the room last minute, we had to wait for them, clean it up and get ready and everything. So it was like maybe an hour and a half we had waited. Our room was ready, but the other room was not ready, so they had to
get into them details in the room.
Right.
That's too private. It's something you can share about. Right.
So they had to wait like an extra 2 hours. So we went ahead in the room, got dressed,
went to the beach.
Yeah, we had kind of like toured the resort or whatever.
Pretty, so pretty.
So then we went to the beach. We just chilled a little bit. We went down there long. Then we had what we did the first day.
Nothing. We were just at the hotel.
Okay, so we just got to know the hotel a little bit, know everything at, tasted a little food a little bit.
Right.
But then the second day.
What happened the second day? We were starting our excursions. Y'all.
Right. So we got up early in the morning, getting ready, and then we had went to the ATV thing. Okay, so then we had went to the ATV thing. Everywhere you go, you gotta take a taxi, basically.
Yes.
So we had we got up, ate breakfast, we went and got a taxi.
Breakfast was alright. Only thing was popping at breakfast. I'm gonna keep mentioning the food. The breakfast was alright. Only thing that was hitting was the bacon and the hash brown thing. Other than that, it was like, what is this? Anyways.
So then we get in the taxi or whatever, and we I'm kind of blank, man.
Me too.
What happened? I'm sorry.
It's a long. Oh.
What?
Baby, when I tell you, you need to wear your seatbelt when you go to Mexico, Cancun, or Mexico, period.
Yo.
Them people drive literally 100 miles per hour.
The thing said speed limit 100. I had a picture of it, but I think I deleted it.
And it's not like their cars are slower than ours. No, ma'am.
Yeah,
they
have like
speed.
regular cars, like a Nissan Versa, or they had what was another car we kept seeing? Like they had these little vans, but them things was floating.
They had basically the same cars as us.
But those cars was fast.
And I'm just like, well, dang.
I got a Nissan Versa and my car do not go that fast. I put my
seatbelt on in the U.S. anyways. So,
did you hear what I said?
What?
My Nissan Versa don't go no 100.
Right. That's the thing. That thing was pushing it. So I know they have to upgrade their cars very often. Because
their roads raggedy, so they was just running over potholes.
And then we saw like two people get hit. Well, we didn't
they was
see
on like
it,
the motorcycle,
but they had gotten hit when we rode by or whatever. And I'm just like, oh my god, 100 miles per hour on a motorcycle. Oh Jesus, is he okay? That's the next question. But. So yeah, it took us 1 hour and 40. We had great drivers or whatever. Well, it was this one lady that was tripping.
We'll get to that.
Yes, but when we went or whatever, it was like 1 hour and 40. You know, because we were 1 hour 40 getting from the So I guess it was 1 hour 40 getting to all the activities.
Yeah.
So we get over there to the zip line, ATV,
Extreme Adventures, zip lining and stuff.
Yeah, we get over to that. Honey, we had already paid for this
before we went. Like we said, everything was paid for. We was just ready to do it and go. So we get there and the lady was like, "Oh, the package that you purchased don't come with food."
Right.
So it was like
food or drinks.
Yeah, she said food or drinks.
Right.
So we're like, you want to have us do all these activities.
I'm not going to a Mexico hospital.
Right.
No, because I'm already on starvation mode.
Right.
No. So we was just like, basically we upgraded our package or whatever.
Had to pay extra $70.
Ooh.
It was the $7 for me. That was per person again. Which I had the total so I could put it down.
Y'all feel like we should have had some Chick-fil-A over this because this is worth eating over.
Mukbang. Should do mukbang.
We'll do a mukbang next time.
Not with Zany.
Right.
Slobbing over food.
Anyways, so yeah, we had to pay extra for it. It was fun. It was amazing. It was something I had never done in my life before. I never saw myself doing. Definitely was on the bucket list. But you know how you have stuff on your bucket list that you just like, girl, you know you ain't gonna do that. Did it anyways. Had a great time.
Yeah, it was definitely fun.
It really was.
So we drove back.
Another thing that I forgot to mention was that, and I'm sorry, I've been working. I've been multitasking like crazy. Probably got like paper shredding on me or whatever, but so I forgot to tell y'all that I literally like almost died when I was in Cancun because I was like on my ATV, and I'll show y'all in my video. So y'all gonna be like, what in the world is going on? But in my while I was riding, the course for the ATV was like really bumpy. Like I'm seeing like big old rocks and stuff, and I'm trying to avoid them as much as possible and all that, but I was still running them over or whatever. I guess I was hitting them too much, and the things looked like it was raggedy anyways. And the group that went before us, they didn't give the things time to cool or chill or relax or whatever, and we just boom, we hopped on them as they was hopping off of them. And so I'm riding and turned up happy. This is me, like I'm just all into the act of moving. I can't just be cute all the time type of thing. Like I like to do stuff when I go places and stuff like that. So like adventurous stuff. And so the dang on, like I guess like the oil started coming out of it or whatever. So I throw one leg up on the little thing that's on the four-wheeler that covers the tire. Throw one leg up because it was squirting on me, so I'm trying to get it avoid it from squirting on my leg, and I'm trying to get back. I'm like, ow, and so then I'm still riding with that one leg up, trying to get back to where we started. Then the other side starts to like come out on me, so I got both of my legs up, and I'm just going to town with it, going, and almost there or whatever. And then like the boy behind me, he was like, hey, it's smoking. And so I'm just like, what? And so I hopped off of that thing, man, and was like, I'm not even gonna cap with you. I don't even cuss anymore, but I started cussing like, oh H, no, like this thing is not about to kill me. So you'll see me hopping off of it in my video. that I'll post of Cancun Part 2. But yeah, they literally tried to kill me. So I had just bought this cute little Fashion Nova activewear, and black oil was all over my little Fashion Nova, all on my skin. I'm thinking it was like burning me or whatever, but it really wasn't burning me. It was just extremely hot. And that's how scared I was. Like, that's how hot it was. Like, I felt like it was like burning in my skin. And but it wasn't. Thank God. But because I'm too bright for that. You know, I turned purple from me just getting an IV in my arm. But yeah, Cancun really tried to kill me. Cancun really literally tried to kill me. So I was just like, yeah, next time if I do something like that, I will not be hitting the bumps. Like, that was just too much for me. But yeah.
Spent time on the resort again. We was tired, y'all. Period. We didn't really get to see nothing that they was doing that night at the hotel.
And then these people, the people, it was a few people that was telling us about this like club or whatever that's big in Cancun and stuff. I wanted to go so bad, even though like we don't club, but I just wanted to see. It was just for me for the music or whatever, just the vibe. Like,
but they were saying it wasn't
don't drink or nothing like that. So it was just like mostly for the vibe and just the party thing, you know, because I was basically getting me a momcation.
I was getting a vacation,
baby, because mine is a teenager now, and honey, I think I need those like every 3 months. So I'm probably gonna drop my cash out down below so that y'all can start donating to it, so that I can go every 3 months to take me a vacation, or y'all could like this video so that I can start getting paid off of YouTube. You know, either one to help. It doesn't matter.
So then the next thing, we're going to our next excursion. We get this taxi driver. And, you know, we didn't expect for everybody to know how to speak English, but she didn't know what we were saying.
Baby, I had to put a translator on that iPhone, and I was just like, how do you get, or we don't have Wi-Fi. Hold on a second, because she kept saying,
pay.
Card, or whatever she was saying. She wanted us to pay before she pulled off. And I'm just trying to say the thing, and I'm putting it to her ear, like, and then she just still ain't. I guess she didn't believe
because we were trying to like transfer our money to just one person, which we should have did before we even got there.
Right, my bad.
But we didn't know how much the taxes was going to cost, so we were trying to transfer it to one of our cards, and then she was like rushing us, and we was just like, "Give us a second."
Right. Instead of speaking in the translator. Wait a minute. You know that you know I didn't do that, but you know that I guess they call it memes where what's her name? One? Oh my God, that Rob Kardashian was with. What's her name? Black China.
Yeah.
And she had her lips on the phone or whatever. I don't know what, and it's just like she was yelling, and I could have been a meme right there. You feel me? I definitely could have been a meme.
But she wasn't understanding what we were saying, so we were trying to tell her, you know, the
girl, she stopped in the van and everything.
She pulled us over to the side.
Right.
But we was like, just give us a second. You know, we're gonna get you the money. We have the money. We just need to get it processed because we have no Wi-Fi.
We were trying to see whose card we were gonna send it to.
No, we had already decided the card just wasn't. The money wasn't.
Oh, the Wi-Fi, right? Because like I said, we was in the boondocks. Well, when I say boondocks, I don't mean like ghetto. We were just in the deep by the water. Yeah. Our thing was on the water. Literally, we had as y'all can see from my first video, we had the view of the ocean. So our phones, for some reason, were not working.
Right.
And it was just taking us a minute to get the payment to her. So, honey, she was not hearing it, which I really get it. Like, them people, that's how she makes her living. So.
Right. So then she had, we gave her the money, paid, and all that. She kept going. Then we get to telling her where we going after we paid. And she's like,
don't know where it's at. Like, how long have you lived in Mexico? If you were over in my state, in the U.S., and you tell me to take you to Walmart or Wong Kong's China buffet, I'm going to know where it is.
Right.
Why don't you know where this is?
So we was like, then we need to get out and you need to give us our money back because if you don't know where we're going, we don't know either.
Right.
We
and she still ended up taking us to the wrong place because we were supposed to get out and like basically scuba dive.
Yeah, we did not scuba dive.
Because we were going to the clear boat thing, which y'all will see in my next video. Yeah, you'll see that in my next video. Remember, I said I'm not. Y'all pray for me on my editing skills because I really want to give y'all some good content. It irks me, but I'm gonna get mad.
She dropped us off at the wrong place. So they had, from what the lady was saying at the location, she was saying they have 2 locations, but the other one was a little bit farther away.
Which she should have took us where we paid.
So for some reason, the lady just wasn't comprehending what we were trying to say.
So she dropped us right on off at that.
So we get there and the lady was like, "Oh, this is not location. You know, you don't have to pay more, but you won't get the scuba diving."
Right.
So all we'll really get is to sightsee.
That's it. And we took pictures and which I'll insert in my other video.
Right.
Stay tuned.
So then we got on the club boat. It was nice. I ain't gonna lie. It was nice once we got out there in the blue, nice water.
We had already took us some Dramamine because we weren't sure.
I'm gonna say no, I didn't, but I did.
Because we weren't sure if we were gonna get seasick. We weren't trying to find out either. And so we just were
But
prepared.
I was getting a little.
Yeah, because he, kept on, and it was beautiful. He kept on, trying to keep us going because he said if you sit there too long, then you'll get sick.
Yeah, and he was saying, like, don't look out at the water.
Right.
And, baby, I had to look down, and I was like...
Right. I'm like, okay, focus.
Right.
You're okay. You took medicine.
When I was taking them pictures, I was like, oh, I'm ready to go. I'm getting a little sick out of here.
Right.
So
anyway, we finished with that.
Right. That's all the excursions we did. The Extreme Adventures had the most activities to do, so you probably
I think by then too, because we were there from Friday until Monday.
Yeah.
And so by then we were running out of pesos and stuff like that. we didn't think to go get any more or whatever.
Right. And they didn't have that at the hotel where you can purchase more pesos. Oh yes they did. Yes they did. We just didn't see it until the end.
Yeah. So we were trying to get back to the
right. We were
hotel.
ready to go.
Yeah.
So then the last night we went out for her birthday. We had this bomb steak. That was the only good thing they had.
Best thing. It wasn't even all that.
It was for the birthday
dinner.
Good. Yeah, that was quite delicious to me. But we had steak for the birthday dinner or whatever. Later on that night, they had like a little activity. That's the first activity we had seen them have at the hotel. So we went to that, and then a little bit later, we got in our beds.
Right.
And
I was tired. This is the night here.
Yeah.
Then it all goes down. So she had met a guy while we was over there.
Not stop lying.
I'm capping. We don't even get down like that.
But anyway,
I play too much. If y'all ever see me in videos with her, she brings out the goof in me. So I'm so sorry if I be just capping. It's not lying. I'm just joking, Anyways,
so then later on that night, we were in our beds. We was getting ready to go to sleep, and we get a notification from
because we were finna fly.
No. Back up. So.
Oh right. Back up.
At like
Zany.
At like 12 something, they called us, and it was like our flight got canceled. And we like, oh, okay.
Because they on a different airline. We keep stressing that.
Yeah. So we was like, oh, okay. Like, what y'all finna do? Y'all probably need to book somewhere else. So they was like trying to call Spirit, trying to get in contact with them to transfer their credit to a different flight. And it was like, okay, trying to find an airline.
Yeah, in my mind, I'm like, ooh, I'm glad it ain't us.
Right. We was like, oh, thank God, because
we'll see y'all back in the U.S.
Right. But then they was like, oh, we just went ahead and booked with JetBlue. Right. We was like, oh, okay, that's good. We still leaving tomorrow. 1 o'clock in the morning. We was still up because we had went out, of course, for the birthday thing. We get a notification saying, oh, JetBlue is canceled.
Right. And we hearing that it's like all across the U.S. or whatever was going on.
Y'all, they was freaking out. I was freaking out just a little bit.
And it had us freaking out too.
Because I'm like, okay.
That was our first time.
What we finna do? Like, we don't want to be in Mexico too much longer.
And that was our first time flying somewhere without our parents. Like, I'm 31. Okay, yeah, I'm so grown. Yeah, she's 23. 22, so grown. But it was just like our first time ever being somewhere, let alone out of the country from our parents. So if it was with them, then we wouldn't have been so freaked out because they were like, oh, it's all right. So we'll just do this, this, and this. You know what I'm saying? Because like adults, parents done been through it already, so they would know. But with them, I guess they had never been out of the country or been in the situation where their flight was canceled. So they freaking out. Then they make us freak out. And so
the flight was canceled for JetBlue. Right. So we like, okay, I'm thinking like, okay, we could just call them. Customer service phone wasn't working. They was not trying to get in contact with us because they already knew people was going to be calling. So then later on, a couple of minutes later, they sent a notification saying, oh, the flight will be back Wednesday. Here it is, Sunday night. No, Monday night. Yeah, and we like
until Wednesday.
Okay.
So I'm calling my kids. I'm texting my kids' parents and stuff and saying, Oh my gosh. I mean, I'll still be open. You know, my parents will be there. You can still bring them, you know, stuff like that. Because I didn't want to inconvenience them last minute.
They were under the impression I had to call the job that I was working at. And I'm just like, I'm not going to be there. Like, I'm stuck in Mexico, basically. So, basically, we was under the impression we would stay until Wednesday. Come the next day, Monday morning.
Right. Girl. Wait. We got to take a little quick break. Because he's a little... Right. Anyways, y'all, so the morning of
us leaving.
That too. Us thinking that we weren't leaving. We just pops up.
And she was like, oh, let's go get breakfast. I'm like, all right.
Because the night before, I'm telling y'all, we stayed up all night. Honey, they had me
even looking for another hotel because we was under the pressure, you know, because our end of our time at that hotel was about to be over. Mm-hmm. And we didn't know how much it was to stay another night.
We was running out of money too. So I started freaking out a little bit because they was freaking out. So I had to step away and go spend time with the Lord, literally.
I'm sorry.
So anyway, end of the night or whatever, I don't think we go to bed till maybe
2 or 3.
Mm-hmm. And so we just was like, before we went to bed, we was like, okay, yeah, we just gonna stay until Wednesday, I guess.
Right.
They probably was in their room chatting about it or whatever and didn't let us know. But we get up the next morning, Monday morning.
Going to get our breakfast.
Going to get breakfast. And we didn't, you know, when we saw them, I guess I called them or something like that, or we just saw them. But they had their bags. Like, all 3 of them had their bags. My 2 sisters, my 2 older sisters, and my niece had their bag. Like, and we like, well, what y'all doing? And she's like, we finna go to the airport.
I'm like, oh, y'all got a flight? And then tell nobody.
I'm like, wait a minute, what? How y'all ain't called us or nothing. So how y'all going to the airport? Y'all just gonna leave us over here?
And then...
No, you gotta just sit there and let that marinate. Because it's just like, y'all was just really gonna leave us over there. For real.
I told you they had called. Avy had called.
When?
Remember I was like, Avy had called, and then she was saying basically how
Right. So that wasn't even an effective call. It wasn't even a sure call. Like, we were always, the whole trip, we were always like, yeah, we probably, like, nigga, no, I'm out of the U.S. I need to make it a definite thing that we're going to do this or do that. Or be here or be there. You know, like, we didn't need a probably.
Right.
So
they're going to get their taxi, and we, like, trying to contemplate, like, dang, are we going? Or are we staying here?
We knew we had no money to stay. Because we don't even know how much that hotel was. We just knew what we gave.
Had to pay extra $200.
Yeah, we just know that we just had to pay that, you know. So we didn't know how much I think was a night.
Right.
Talking about we had to stay another 2 nights. What?
Right.
Where was going to get that money from?
Then we just went ahead.
Had to go up the road to the little spot and dance.
Who? You? You the one with the boss booty. Anyways, we was like contemplating what we was finna do, but we just went ahead and got our bags.
Running up to the room to go get our bags. Running back down so we don't miss the taxi. Because they're like, hurry up.
We get in the taxi, drive an hour and 45, and we get there because we didn't have no flight. We was just going to see if they could find us a flight close to Florida or, you know, we wanted to land somewhere. Anywhere.
Honey, we didn't care we were in Atlanta.
Because we were going to drive,
and
drive to Florida. Home. So then...
and we were even considering, like, spending the night in the hotel. Like, we were looking at benches, airport? Honey. I mean, in the airport. We were looking at benches and saying, oh, yeah, that's me right there. I'm gonna lay right there. Like, we didn't have no problem with it. We did.
I must have been.
I had my potato chips.
Potato chips.
I
must have been in the snack area.
Maybe. But I sure was pointing out, oh, yeah, that don't look too bad. Oh, and then they got this over here to eat and that over there to eat. Yeah. We were preparing for it.
But so when we got there, we seen on the little board that they have that it said Temple flight was canceled. So then we went ahead and we got in the line just to see what they could do for us. They couldn't do nothing. We knew what our effect was going to be, what our outcome was going to be. So then we had, sorry y'all, I'm trying to
think. We in the line for forever, first of all.
4 hours. I calculated.
Ooh, baby, 4 hours. I tell you, tired.
We got there at what, maybe 9 something? And we got there earlier than 9 something.
We probably got there maybe 7, 8.
Because the original flight was going to be at 9. So we got up like 7 or 8, and we was there until I think 11.
We didn't get on our flight until 1, I believe. Honestly, I believe, because we didn't make it back to the U.S. until 3. Remember? Because I told Daddy, yeah, we were in the airport for forever, in the line.
Yeah,
we was
probably in the line for like 4 hours,
not even knowing if we were going to be able to get a flight.
That part.
We were just that desperate to see if those people could do that.
Because we didn't want to stay anymore.
Nigga, no, let's be real. We didn't have the money for it. Period. We were done.
Everybody was.
We should have been more prepared with more money, but we weren't. We were not. So we were desperate, and we needed to get back home. Basically, we needed to get back home.
So after the 4 hours, we get up to the desk and we talking to the people, and they're trying to help us. The manager coming out, she trying to help us find something close to or in Florida. So they end up finding us one for
Orlando.
Yes,
we were able to fly into Orlando.
So they did our bags like they do, but they couldn't take our bags back there because I guess the gate was closed.
So we had to take our bags with us.
Yeah, I don't know why they kept saying that, but they did the same thing. I don't know. But anyway, so we had to take our bags with us. They got this guy to guide us to the
And I can hear the people talking about, hey, open up the bagging area because we have others coming or something like that. I remember them saying that as we had it. Yeah. Look at him. Trying to be greedy.
So then we following this guy. We running again.
Listen, when I tell you that was the most active I had been in forever.
We run into the elevator. We get on the elevator, and then we have to go another couple of miles. Seem like to me. We run it again. He running with us.
Yes, I never been so tired. It was
my little bag was heavy.
Backs was hurting. I should have brought my inhaler type running back. That's how we was running. Yes, we ran the whole entire way.
So we was all running. It took us forever, and then we had to still go through, of course, baggage check for the carry-ons. We get through that, and they was like taking stuff out of our suitcase because remember we had to take them with us.
Oh, girl.
So we had to put them on there plus our carry-ons.
Rest in peace to my Bath and Body Works.
So they was taking out a lot of stuff that we had that we came to Florida with, but they was taking it out.
Right.
And we was just confused about that, but we was like ready to go. So
we
didn't care.
We took pictures of our stuff. Like, okay,
because
this is what I need to
get. Said we're gonna be back in there and get. Because I showed
when we got back, I was looking to see. Oh, bless you. I was looking to see if they had my stuff that I had to get rid of. Right. Didn't have it, so I was so hurt.
You gotta wait till the sale, the big sale. But anyways, so
it smells so good. The best scents that there could be.
This is not about Bath and Body Works.
And it is.
No, it's not. Okay, so then we get through that. We running again, y'all. I don't know why this man had us running like we was athletes, but everybody out of breath.
Out of breath.
So we running, and then we get to the gate or whatever, and we standing in line. And like the plane was gone.
Girl, right. Still
we thinking situation. Under the pressure from what the lady had said.
Spitting on me and stuff.
We thinking like, now why would you sit there and do that like that?
It ain't even that much. You a little baby spit.
Little baby spit on me. So we come from what the lady said. She was basically saying like everybody was on the flight and they was ready to go.
That's how they do. And I was
everybody was still waiting for their time.
It was more for me the running that I had to do.
Out of breath.
I'm already juicy. I'm juicy. So come on now.
So we was out of breath, waiting in line.
Why would you make me run?
They
like that?
was not on the plane. We get on the plane and we on our way home.
Right.
That's really the end of the story.
It is.
We was just out of breath.
What a relief it was.
We was ready to get back home. We got back home. Everybody separated because, we got dropped off and they got dropped off.
It was a flight being canceled for me, though.
I was ready to go.
Yeah. I was ready to go because I was hungry. I was ready to go because we ran out of our water.
Right, that too. What a Mexico trip.
What a trip. So, if you guys enjoyed that story time, we will have more.
We always got something going on.
Yes. So, if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to make the bell gray. So, every time we post, you'll be notified. And we'll see y'all in our next video. Wait, before you go. Don't forget to go outside, enjoy the sun, enjoy God's presence, and let the sun kiss you the way it kissed me.